Hey everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. Today we're going to do update 109 and I'll show you what I've been up to. Going to be relatively short, show you a couple of things I purchased, and we're going to take a look at the train that's running right now. So let's get on with it. Okay gang, the last time we talked, this area here and the area along here, this was painted. This was not painted. This was all new plaster. I have now got it painted, and I actually started going down this way even with the new paint, and eventually I will go all the way down to the other end right along the edge of the board and put some grass in there. Now this is not totally finished. I need to put some weeds and stuff in there, but I did figure out where I wanted these buildings to be. And so let me change the camera position and we'll take a look. Okay, so here's how the scene looks. And like I was telling you in the last video, Robin and I came out here and we did some strategic placing of buildings, and this is what we came up with. Let me zoom in on this here a little bit if I can, and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so the first building we started out with beyond the intersection is the post office, the little post office. I'm obviously going to put some weeds and some more grass stuff and so forth out here, but just put that yucca in there. And then if we move over this way, you can see the welding shop. What I did here is I put the welding building, wherever I am, the welding building in here, and then I got this little, I had this little shed, so that's going to be the office to it, and then they have a little storage building that's falling over here on the left hand side. That's the other side of their property. I may put some fencing around this, I'm not real sure, but there's a driveway going in. There's a little sawhorse out there, and let me zoom in on the vehicles that are on the right hand side of the building in your picture here. These are Model Tech. That one is obviously a rusted out car body, and then he has a tractor there in case he needs to pull something around or pull something out of the junk pile. The lights on the building are non-functional, but I am going to put some street lights out. Looks like I need to clean a little scenery material off the side of the workbench area over there. Put the propane tank in for the heater in the little office building. And then these junk piles are also Model Tech Studios, and there's two of them combined here. There's this larger one here, and I'm going to go put some black weathering in this as well. I just haven't, there's things I haven't done here yet. And then that truck is also a Model Tech Studios. Then if we pan around over here, you can see another rusted out car there on the side of the building. Okay, here's a closer image of the one that's next to the welding shop. There's some tires there, some old wood. Let me pan around here a little more. You can see the sawhorse, propane tank, the truck. I thought there was another vehicle on the other side of this green building, but there is not. I will put some large bushes in there because he doesn't really use this building much anymore. Clean that up a little bit. And if I move on over, you can see an outhouse and a little place to pull off the road. And I'm not too sure. On the other layout, this was a fortune teller's house, building. I may make it back into that because I still think that I have the sign for that, but I'm not real positive. But I'm thinking fortune teller or something. We'll figure out what it is, but they have an outdoor toilet there, and you can see the scenery going on down. Hang on, let me back up. Like I say, this will all look a little better once I get it all touched up. I did vacuum up all the excess ground cover. By the way, I took this ground cover not only there but around the fascia here over to Brownies and to the river. So I can now finish that off with some foliage, change up some foliage down there around the crossing gate building. But anyway, you get the idea of how this looks. It's pretty obvious that the next thing to do is put ballast in between those, well, the branch line track and the siding over there that you see beyond the mail truck. I think I discussed this in the last video, but I don't remember if I had the plaster under it. When I did the plastering, I put plaster under there. I'll touch all that scenery up around that thing, put a fence around that for sure. We don't want anybody getting electrocuted, and all the signage for the fence is laying there. Let me back up here. Let me see if I can get the camera and back you up. And you guys have seen this junk in every video. I fully intend on getting to this, figuring out how I'm actually going to do this fueling facility and fueling area here. I just don't quite have enough space to do what I'd like to do, but I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to stick with it here in the near future. Now let's get a shot of the train that I've got out running today. This RS1 and this RS3 here are both Katos, older Katos. I'd like to point out that that first Swift Reefer, the yellow one, that's a new 3-car set from Microtrains, and I had Gavin weather those for me. I don't know if I mentioned that in the previous video or if you even saw them. Some of those came weathered. The whole red Swift set came weathered, and you can see that I just have a bunch of refrigerator cars mixed in there. We're not going to watch this one for a long time because you guys have seen trains going around the layout, but I have this really long refrigerator train running today. Let me just show you a few other things before we take off. Okay gang, these here I just got done servicing. They go in my box that goes out to the fairgrounds. You can see on the back right side is one of the F45s that I have converted to a Kato chassis. I do not have that perfected yet, but these have all been serviced and they've all been logged into the book. Now let's take a look at what else I've purchased lately, and then we'll just head out. Okay, I got kind of crazy the other day and I haven't built a monster model for a long time, so I had Robin order me the repops on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and the Phantom of the Opera. One's by Atlantis, one's by Mobius. And I'm going to take you inside real quick and show you the one that I am working on right now. Okay, this is the one I'm working on. This is the Invisible Man. It's not the Invisible Man kit that I built as a kid, but this is by Mobius as well. I think a neat feature of it is the let me get over here. The bandage up here holds the hand up so you don't see his arm. And there's of course nothing under the badges in his head either. But it's turning out pretty well. There's a lot of cleaning of pieces on this, gaps where it glues together. I've got to do that before I can even start painting. There's a cabinet, and you can see some books right there that go on there. There's a whole bunch of glass test tubes and things like that. But anyway, that's the one I'm working on right now. I'll have it finished in a week or two. And that's about it for today, guys. Just thought I'd throw in a little bit of Christmas stuff for you guys. This is our living room and our Christmas tree. Pretty much in the Christmas spirit here. Okay, everybody, hope you enjoyed update 109 and what I'm up to. And as usual, thanks for watching.